Your question was, can I use my dog's name, right? So your dog's name. For what?
C-O-M-E for come.
Why?
I mean, use his name first and then say come.
You can. But here's what happens with a lot of people. They actually do this. They go, let's just say the dog's name was, for example, Benny, right? We understand in our language, if I go, Benny, the child might look at me and I'll give them a command, whatever. However, a lot of people do this. They go, Benny, and then they want the dog to come, right? Then they go, Benny, and which means no. And then they go, oh, Benny boy, I love you. So what they're doing is, in their minds, they go, yeah, but I'm using different tones. And it's like, but that's not a direction. Benny, what does it mean? Mm-hmm. So if you go, Benny, come, it always has to be Benny, come. Because then if you just say come, Benny goes, that doesn't sound the same. So a lot of people make the mistake in using names because they think of it as a human. Yeah. What I do is Benny identifies that individual dog. That's what it is. That's what the name means. It's not a command. It's not a don't do that. It's not a marker. It's not a marker to say this or that. It's not an instruction. It identifies it. Yeah. So if I say you are Matt, I know who I'm talking about. If I say I'm Ariza, I know who I'm talking about. That identifies me as the person or the dog. Yeah. Unfortunately, people can't help it. They start using it in their heads at that moment in time. They don't think further. They're like, no, but the dog should know. And I'm like, but the dog can't read your body language in your head. Yeah. So yes, they understand the tone, but it's not direction. That's like alarm goes off and you're like, what does that alarm mean? Oh, it's a fire alarm. Or alarm goes off. What does that alarm mean? Oh, bombs are coming. Oh, why is this alarm going off? Oh, someone fell. If you don't understand what it means, it's not going to help. Yeah. So if you want to add the dog's name to commands, right, just remember that means it's always name and command. Because if I remove the name from the dog's perspective, it sounds different. Benny, come, is not the same as come. It sounds different. Yeah. Only time I ever use my dog's names is if I have more than one dog. Okay, because then I identify the individual who I'm talking to. So let's say I had Derry, I had Ziva, and Polar, just for example. If I want Ziva to come, I'll say Ziva, come. So these two, no, I'm not talking to them. Or if I say Derry, these two know I'm not talking to them, so they don't have to worry. So Derry needs to think, what am I doing that I shouldn't be doing? So the name identifies the dog, correct. But if you're teaching the name as part of commands, it's different from the dog's perspective. Yeah. And remember, this is that language thing.
Just be using the command.
I would. It makes life so much easier for yourself.
Are we on the same page with that?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to break that habit
I know,
now.
because I always do it and
we can't help it.
Yeah.
We can't help it. But remember, this is a language thing. Because we're such language people, like our human species are very language based. To the dog, it's a sound. Yeah. Okay? That's the difference between saying to me, 1 whistle means come and 2 whistles means go away. 3 whistles is your name. Now I go 3 plus 1. What's 4 whistles now? So it's a sound to the dog. Yeah. So unless you teach them association, and a lot of people will say, no, but dogs respond to tone. You're right in the beginning. But as you use your tone more, they create an association. And they go, when you sound very angry, I need to make sure I'm not within reach. Mm. Because you might not even be angry at me, but what if you accidentally not paying attention and you step on me? Yeah. Right? Or if you sound very like, hello, you come, oh, that's really good. I can come in. Yeah. You can teach it the opposite. I can teach dogs like, hello, little puppy, run. Yeah. I can teach them, hey, you're an idiot. And the dog's like, hi, I really like you, with association. Yeah. So yes, in the beginning, tone matters, but the history of association is what's going to be important.